there been any discussion with the UFC about a path to a fight with Amanda Nunes for either of the winners?
No, nothing's been mentioned. No, but from the lineup of the card and with Amanda's comments about wanting to defend her featherweight belt, it seems that way. But nothing's been really discussed about that.
Does it kind of feel like an audition, though, in a way?
It seems like whoever looks the best tonight or on Saturday night is going to be probably in line.
What's it like being the co-main event again? Because the first time you can argue, hey, it's Cyborg, she's a big name. But in this case, they're going, you're the A side.
Right, it definitely was a surprise. It was a big surprise when I saw that. It's kind of just like last time. It's like an honor. I'm grateful to have that position, and it seems like that means the UFC is kind of pushing me, kind of behind me. So that's a great feeling.
Nerve-wracking at all, or is it old hat at this point?
Yeah, I don't really let the nerves like that. I don't really let that sink in. It's I just kind of, it is what it is, and I'm gonna handle my business regardless of what order the fights are in or who's in front of me.
Talk about your opponent a little, Zara. I know she's coming off a loss. I think technically so are you, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Even how small the division is, but what's your take on her?
I have a lot of respect for her skills. I know she brings a lot to the table, and I feel like she's being underestimated a lot, which is I guess to be expected with how the debut went. She only had a couple minutes to show and didn't go her way, so it makes sense. But I know that she has a lot to offer, a lot to bring to the table that I need to be aware of. And I know she's more known as a striker, but she's also good on the ground. She can, she has her moments, and I'm ready to just dominate and not let her have her way at all.
How important is the finish in this? Because I know you don't want to look ahead or think about titles right now, but obviously Megan's on the card as well, so it feels like a big statement would be key here.
Yeah, I want that big statement. I want the finish. I want it to be an exciting finish. I think that she'll be really coming for a win. So I think that's going to make an exciting first round, and I'm going to find a really fun way to finish it.
You had the co-main event in Edmonton. What's it feel like to be one of the faces of Canadian MMA?
It's kind of crazy to think about that. I'm just honored to have the support. After my fight with Cyborg, it sucked to lose, but I was getting a lot of support and a lot of people just reaching out, kind of treating me like I won. So it's kind of crazy. All I can really say is I'm really grateful for all the support, and I'm happy. I'm here and I'm in this position, and I'm going to put my best foot forward.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Your reputation was seen to increase after the Cyborg fight, even though it was a loss. What did you learn anything about that fight that you wish you could have done differently? Like, how do you reflect back on that loss?
Yeah, there's more so a self-reflection on just capitalizing on moments in the fight and being clear-minded. There's always there were good things I did, but I know there was a lot of things that I could have done better, and just being able to seize the moment when I see things happening, and there was a lot of things I could have done differently there. But I do take a lot of good from it, a lot of motivation to be more aggressive in those moments now. So I feel like it's going to show.
If the UFC comes back to Montreal, how much would that mean for you to be on that card?
That would be pretty awesome to be on a Montreal show. I know I have a lot of people that support me there. I have a lot of family there that have never been to a show. So, I never even really thought about that as an option. So that'd be really cool.
Being from Montreal, are you a Canadians fan at all?
Yeah, I honestly haven't lived in Montreal since I was a small child, but I go back, every few years to visit. So I'm definitely, I have my heart is very, close to it, but I can't say that I watch a lot of other sports than MMA either, so I don't follow a lot of hockey or anything. It keeps me busy enough with this sport.
The main event tonight, obviously, is something that came about because Henry Cejudo dropped his belt. Your division has a double champ atop of it. Do you expect Amanda to defend that title? Do you think it could be dropped and you could wind up, going for a vacant title?
I would expect Amanda to still want to defend it. That's just what from what she's been saying. It seems like that's the way it's going to go. But if there's a vacant title, I hope I'm in that. I hope in that fight.
And who's your pick in the main event on Saturday?
I can't pick. I don't know. I think Benavidez has been in the game for so long. It'd be, it's always nice to have someone that's never held that belt, that's really put in a lot of time and work to, just to have that moment. But I also think, I know I'm going to destroy his name, Figueroa, is a monster, and I could definitely see him winning. So, I'm happy for either of them.
There's been some very close decision fights in the last handful of UFC main events. Invicta's going to be experimenting with open scoring.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? There's seems to be pluses and minuses to this idea.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I think that's a great idea, and I love that Invicta is going to be the first big show to experiment with it. And I think it's good that they're experimenting with it on a smaller show. I think that'll be better for the fans, better for the coaches, better for the athletes. So I don't see a downside.
Who do you see on that short list as somebody that would be up in the top rankings that you would need to fight next after this to get a title shot?
I think it's possible to get a title shot after Saturday. I guess it depends on how things go. Who wins on the other, on the other end of the card, and if there are any other featherweights that they're going to be bringing in. Because otherwise there aren't many other options.
You have a ton of support coming out of your home country, and you definitely performed in that Cyborg fight. How much do you feel like being in that spot prepared you for where you are now?
It was definitely a great experience to just have the stage and everything. I feel like I've been pretty grounded with a lot of it, and I don't feel like this is even though it's I'm sure viewed as a smaller card, it's still just as big of a fight for me. Every next fight for me is the biggest fight of my life, because depending on how this one goes is going to determine what comes next, which is a big deal, especially with a small division.
You were talking about the style matchup. Certainly, you've beaten Megan Anderson, who obviously beat her. That's a bit of MMA math there.
Yeah.
But does that kind of play into your strategy here? Are you pretty much thinking about wrestling quite a bit here and trying to take her down and try to do that, or are you seeing this actually playing it on the feet quite a bit as well?
I can see it going either way. I don't think I'll be just trying to go straight for a rear choke or taking her straight to the ground. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot of fun things that can happen on the feet too. So.